Hello guys and welcome to my 10-hour loot video from Grotesque Guardians. I've been wanting to do this for such a freaking long time, but it literally took me ages to get a gargoyles task. But I got one yesterday and finally got my brittle key, so I can start doing my 10-hour loot video. So I've already been there and killed around about 15 of them, and I've logged how long they're going to take. And I don't think, even with like nearly 200 of them, it's not going to take me 10 hours to do all of that, unfortunately. But it will come close, so that means I'll only have to get one more gargoyles task. I've made a note of everything that I've had as a drop so far, which isn't too much to be fair, and I don't want to show you that just yet because it'll kind of ruin what we're going to be getting throughout the 10 hours. So this is a gear that I'm going to be using. Obviously you've got to be on task to kill these, so I'll need to have a gargoyles task, which is actually really going to help out with the kills because obviously you get the bonus of the Slayer helm. So not my inventory, what I'm wearing, I'm basically going to be going for a hybrid setup between melee and range. So this is the gear that I'm wearing. I've just got a armadillo d'hide body on with some bandos tassets. I've got a swap out as well for the necklace, the weapon and the cape slot. So this is what I'll be ranging. I've got a fully charged blowpipe with 10,000 adamant darts in it, so I can keep track of how many darts and stuff I'm going to be using whilst I'm doing this. I've got 100 noted I've got 100 super combat pots, 100 ranging pots, and 250 prayer pots all in the bank. And I've also got 2,250 monkfish. My spec weapon, I'm going to be using a crystal halberd. It kills them pretty freaking quickly, and I'm going to be using slayer rings to get there. Oh, I also have 500 house tabs as well in the bank. I can just quickly show you all that actually. So there's my over 400. I've got 100 on me, and then the pots and stuff are in here, and the food and stuff. Obviously, I have some things on me as well. I'll be keeping track of my granite dust in here. I won't show you my drop stab because that's got some of my drops in there from Grotesque Guardians just yet. Obviously, any clue scrolls that I do get, I will be doing them, and I'll be putting the results of the clue into my next episode of New Account from Scratch. So if you are interested in that, make sure you check that out. Right, let's go and kill some of these Grotesque Guardians. Alright, so because I don't want to give too much away, I don't want to be recording any unique drops I actually get within those 10 hours. I kind of just want to show you all at the end. So what I'm going to do to fill the episode up a little bit, or at least the video, is going to show you a kill of how I am killing the Grotesque Guardians. I'm going to live commentate it, so hopefully this goes well. If you don't know how to do this already, just follow what I'm doing here. There's like a little square in the corner, which I will show you now. So this square here, if you stand here, then as you can see, Dusk actually just kind of gets stuck. So if you walk back here now, you get him stuck into that corner, and then he can't attack you. I imagine Dusk is a male anyway, and I imagine that Dawn's a female. That's what I'm going for, looking at their character models. I mean, that looks pretty much what's going on. And you just want to stand here, basically, and just range Dawn until she faces inwards. There you go. At half HP, she'll face inwards, and then Dusk will just walk over here. So we'll wait for him to get there, and he'll jump up in the air, and then you'll notice little pools appear on the floor. You want to run at least 2 squares away from them. If you stood on the square around it, you will actually get hit. It doesn't hit you too much, but it is quite annoying. Second of all, I'm praying melee on this phase actually, and when he does that, you want to get away because otherwise it'll do this. My bad. I actually failed there because I'm recording. But yeah, whenever you can normally get 2 hits off if you stood quite close to him before he actually does that special attack, and then you just want to pray melee on this stage. His health does not last long at all, especially if you've got a crystal halberd. Like as you can see, he's gone. Basically, they do exactly the same as before. Once he's down to half health, just he'll move over there. Dawn will come out again, and then you want to make sure you're not standing too close to one of them. Back over into this corner. This is honestly, guys, it's so easy, this boss fight. I don't know why, but I really enjoy it. And then, as you'll see, Dawn will throw out these random energy spikes, spheres even, not spikes. So what you got to do is run around and collect these. These will damage you depending on how big they are. But you really, oh, I'm not even praying. 1 second, guys. There we go. They will damage you depending on how big they are. If you can get them quick enough, they don't do any damage at all. But you'll take probably at least 10 damage. That's what I've noticed anyway. If you leave them though, when they get to a certain size, Dawn will actually absorb them, and she'll heal 90 hit points per one, which is ridiculous. So you kind of want to get them as quickly as possible. And then pretty much just stand in this corner, do exactly the same thing. Watch out for them spheres spawning again. They shouldn't spawn though, which is pretty good. That will freeze you as well. If that hits you or hits in a square around you, it'll just freeze you for a couple of seconds. It's not too bad, to be fair. As you can see, Dawn is now down. So change back over to our melee stuff. Wait for Dusk to fly up into the air. He's not going to do anything in here. When he does that, around you, you just want to run outside it. Dead easy to avoid again. If it's against the wall, stand against the wall. Stand on the tile even that isn't, what do you call it? What's the word? That isn't like on fire, I suppose. And then it's pretty much just kill him. Like I said, it's pretty easy. I've scuffed it up a little bit whilst I'm recording it, but like I said, it's just doing a live com. So I will quickly kill him now. Watch this. This will take freaking ages now, knowing my luck. I pot every 2 kills. So what I do when I've killed, when I finish off the Grotesque Guardians, is I'll pick up my supplies on my loot. Sorry, I go to my house, refill all my stats and my special attack, and then I'll just run back up here. As you can see, he's going to do this again. So that's what I was saying before. If it's against the wall, just stand in the square here, because even when you stood here, you don't get damaged, which is really good. We should be able to finish him off this time. Like I said, I've been pretty unlucky with my hits. There you go. These are much better. Almost done. I'm not even going to bother putting my prayer back on. And there we go. Dead. Done and dusted. You get nearly 2,000 Slayer XP for these as well, which is freaking phenomenal. And as you can see, just got a decent drop. Like I said, you get around about, I think it's about 80k per drop, I think it is, on average. Or that's what I seem to be getting. So I've showed you a quick kill, and then obviously I just teleport out, refill all my stuff, teleport back to the Slayer Tower and run up. But I'm going to go and refill on some pots, because I need to repot up. Quickly, whilst I'm running back to get another kill, if you guys do want me to do a proper guide on how to kill Grotesque Guardians, just let me know. I'm more than happy to do one. I've only killed them 26 times, but as you could, well, it's not really that hard to do. If I can get it down pretty easily, I'm pretty sure you guys can as well. Also, if you're wondering why I've got a quick start option on the fight, the first 5 times you kill it, you don't have that option there, but after that, then you will have the option just to skip the cutscene, which is really good actually. It speeds up the kills quite a bit. Alright, we are done with our 10 hours from Grotesque Guardians. Now, I seriously underestimated how long they would take. I've still got like 49 more to go. However, I did quite a lot of these on stream, so obviously I won't have gotten the maximum efficiency, but I think this is realistic to what most people will be getting. I'll work out how many I've killed in a minute and how many I've killed per hour, but I think it took about 4.5 minutes per kill, and that includes banking time, refilling my spec and stuff, and going back up to the Grotesque Guardians rooftop, I suppose. Right, so the gear is exactly the same as it was when I started, apart from I do have the Ring of Suffering. I found the extra defense was really helpful, especially when I was learning how to do it, and the extra prayer bonus is fantastic. Like, it gives 5 prayer bonus. So if you can use the Ring of Suffering, I would highly recommend it. If not, don't worry about it. Anything you can. Like, you don't really need the defense. I just found it was helpful for me to eat a little bit less food. So anyway, apart from that, everything was exactly as it was previously. I used pretty much two full charges of my halberd, which is actually pretty decent, to be fair. Right, let's check my blowpipe. Of course, 73% scales. Nice. And then, so we've used nearly 2,000 darts and 27% of our scales, which isn't, again, it's not too bad actually, to be fair. I thought it'd be a lot worse than that. Right, I'm going to get all my stuff out my bank, stick it in my invent, and then I'll do a price check, and we'll work out how much money we've made. Alright, so just before we get into the final price check, things that aren't included: 111 mushroom potatoes, just because I used most of them as food whilst I was restocking. And there's also 16 magic pots too, which I couldn't fit into the price check, so I just left them out. But however, everything else is in the price check. So let's have a quick look at the invent. This is everything that we got. So we got over 10k granite dust, which is nice. We've got almost a 500k cash pile there, which is, again, is pretty freaking nice. I've already price checked this, and I'm pretty surprised with how much it's actually worth. We got 2 unique items, which was the granite gloves. Unfortunately, that's the only unique I got. Where are they? There you are. 2 sets of granite gloves. Would have been nice if that was the tourmaline core, but unfortunately it wasn't. We got 1 granite maul, which I was quite disappointed with. I thought we'd get a lot more than that. We got no other granite items. Didn't get the hammer, didn't get the ring. Didn't get the pet, obviously. Shame, I know. We didn't get a single elite clue scroll either. Not 1 clue scroll we obtained from that. But we did, like I said, we got quite a few of our potions back, and I don't think the supplies costs are actually going to be that much. So what I'm going to do quickly is just take off 150k of this. Oh, hang on a minute. That was a bit of a forehead moment there. So 150k of that. We take that out of there. So we'll call it 6.9 mil. And that is our current total. So it's like, we'll call it 700k, because obviously you're not going to die 3 times because you won't be streaming. So we'll put it as 6.9 mil. And then I'll work out the costs of the supplies and stuff, and then I'll minus that off the total. So hang on, bear with me 1 second. Okay, so time to look at the supply costs. And I haven't actually looked at these myself, but I think this is going to be pretty expensive. Let's have a quick look. 1.5 mil, okay, that's not as bad as I was expecting it to be. So minus 1.5 off the total. Hang on a minute, 1.5. So we made 5.4 mil, excluding all supply costs, which is about 500k an hour. Do I think it's worth doing Grotesque Guardians? Probably not, unless you want to go and do it to get the pet, then I wouldn't suggest doing it at all. However, I do want to get the pet really bad. That's the only reason why I am doing it. But to say I only got two rares, and that was the granite gloves in 10 hours, that's a long time to kill. But don't forget, oh guys, I wasn't 100% efficient on this all the way through, just because I did stream part of it. I streamed for about 3 hours worth of it, I think, give or take. So I could have probably got an extra like 20 kills out of this if I'd been fully focusing all the time. Well guys, I hope that is good enough for you. So we'll say Grotesque Guardians is 500 to 600k per hour, and that's with some average luck, we'll say. If you want me to do any more 10-hour loot videos, don't forget to leave a comment down below, and I will get working on them as quickly as I can. Don't forget as well, guys, make sure you jump in my CC. It's just Origin Hues. There's always plenty of guys in here.